My name is David Oguzerem. Welcome to my podcast. I want to help you answer one question. How can you grow influence? Or rather, how can you build a brand out of yourself? Most times you sit back and you ask, how did Davido become popular in the music industry? Or how did Dangote become so rich and popular as an entrepreneur? How did Bishop David Oyedepo become a global preacher, a global pastor? These are a few persons that has become very popular at what they do, at their brand. How did Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the past 20 years plus, has been consistent and visible in politics? We are not here to discuss whether Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a good president or not. That is not the reason for this conversation. Perhaps we can do that another day. But I am talking about how come he's very popular as a politician. How come he was able to win the presidency despite being an opposition person a few years back? How come he was among those that removed and sacked PDP from the system? How come he became a brand, a global brand in politics? Just one thing that you need to do: be purposeful in what you do. Be purposeful. You are your first brand. You are the first representative of the brand you want to build. Most of us who are into business or in other projects think that business is the brand. I want to build my brand. That's what we usually say. I'm trying to build my company because it's my brand. Okay? Or I'm trying to develop my profession because it's my brand. I agree with you. No arguments. But I want to let you know that you are the first brand. It is what you make out of yourself that determines how far you go or how you are able to build a brand and sustain it for a very long time. If someone like Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not create a strong brand of himself, he would not be president today. In 1999, he was the governor of Lagos State, and there were over 36 other governors at that time. Today, go and count. Most of those who were governors in 1999 are all gone. Some are dead, majority are retired. No influence, no value anywhere, no visibility. They are all gone, out of the scene, highly obsolete. But you can see that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has been running from that time. And at the point he told you it's my turn to become the president. And he actually became, despite the cloud of opposition. Davido perhaps is not the best musician. Perhaps Davido is not the richest musician. But he has been able to create a brand and sustain the brand for a longer time. Dangote, after all, may not be the richest businessman in Africa. But you see, it's a brand he has been able to sustain because of who he is. Dangote Industries is surviving because of who the man is. Asiwaju has been able to create and build so many politicians and mentor them because of who he is. It is who you are and what you represent that helps you create a strong brand. You have to focus on yourself. Develop yourself into a strong brand. And that requires what enters here. Most of us feed ourselves with junk every day. Social media is where you source for your information. And social media is a soft place, soft knowledge. Majority of what you have on social media are toxic and chaff. They have no value. They have no substance. Go for the real substance. Work on your mind. Your brand is here. You become the first brand. It is when you have created a solid brand out of yourself, out of whom you are. When you are able to create a niche for yourself, that is when something solid can come from you. And when eventually come, when you give birth to that idea may be sustained for a long time. And it might go from generation to another generation if you are able to also create a brand out of the next generation. When you're able to build other brands out of yourself. Brand is the man. Brand is the woman. It is when you are a brand that you can give birth to so many other brands. I hope I've shared something important with you. My name is David Oguzerem.